So, I mean, granted, it's almost April, but still. Yeah.
Still. No.
My house this morning when I woke up, my house was, what was it? 69 degrees inside, which is too hot.
Yeah. I was
Tom, did you just say that? 69 degrees is too hot? This is Tim Turnbow. Lexi and Simon said, calling in to say hi. And I'm actually listening to the first podcast in a really long time in my backyard, in my new home, with my new air conditioning, but I'm outside. And it's like 80 degrees here, and you're saying 69 is too hot.
And, of course, I'm thinking...
help me understand that one. Talk to you later. Bye.
The air conditioner on right now, but it's way too soon for me.
Happy belated and or pre-birthday, Matt.
Hey there, Chubs fans. Welcome back to an amazing Chubs Gone Wild episode 389, recorded on April 12th, 2021. We are back after Tom took a long, extended vacation. And hi, welcome back.
Well, I love it. You always give me crap for, we were gone because Tom took a vacation. But then I'm thinking, well, I'd rather be the guy who was leaving because whenever you were mentioning last week that you never get a vacation, and right. when we don't record and it's on your side of it, it's because of a tragedy somewhere in your life. So exactly. I guess I'll take the vacations.
Yeah, that would be a good option.
Yeah.
Well, it is currently 70 degrees and sunny outside the Chubs Gone Wild studios, where it is 202 days till Halloween, 257 days till Christmas, and only 19 days till Beltane. Woohoo! All right, well, so let's find out what's going on in our neck of the holiday woods, as it were. Today we celebrate Big Wind Day. Well, get enough in us, we can have a big wind. Also, drop everything and read. No, thank you. Also, we celebrate the street children. Okay. Day of Human.
Is that like urchins?
I guess so. International Day for Street Children. I don't know. That's horrible. Why don't we fix that? Also, Day of Human Flight. Grilled cheese sandwich. Oh, that sounds good. Too bad
actually, Sean was mentioning that last night.
Yeah. Does he want one today?
Well, no, it was last night. It was one of those late night things going, doesn't it grilled cheese sound good right now? And it's like, yeah, it's 12:30. No.
Oh, it sounds good right now. Also, licorice. I love black licorice.
You do?
Yes. So many of the people that I know don't. I'm like, I'll take it. Give it to me.
I'll only take it if it's in the form of NyQuil.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Also, only
have you ever gotten drunk off NyQuil?
Not drunk, no.
No, it works really well. And your head's clear and your nose is clear, so that's nice.
That's pretty nice. Actually, my mom has told me a story numerous times about how she got into the cherry cough syrup that was back in that day was very alcoholic, or alcohol-ish. And yeah, she got herself a little 8-9-year-old drunk there.
Well, it also could have been like codeine, because I used to get the codeine cough syrup.
My grandmother got that.
And then you take like a spoonful, and then you start talking in tongues.
Yeah. Only she'd just drink the bottle. She was special. Also, it's Russian. Oh, by the way, it's National Only Child Day. That would be me. Thank you.
So, well, I was giving you the perfect in yesterday to do a selfie, because you could go, well, since it's National Sibling Day and I have no siblings, this is me and it's my day, and you could have taken it back, but they gave you your own the next day, so it was okay.
Yeah. No, I'll celebrate today. I mean, it's hard being an only child. I mean, there's not anyone to blame, when you break things and shit like that, or so you have to make your parents think that they're crazy.
I know. I was basically an only child, so
yeah. That's kind of like yes, I do always bring it up, and that would have been a good segue. Like yesterday when I was in the store with Clint, our friend Clint, and he was showing me all these things about the 80s, because there was an 80s section in the store that we went to. And he's like, oh, do you remember this? And do you remember having boom boxes? And do you remember, all these games and all this stuff that he's talking about? And I said, no, because I was poor. And he's like, how long are you going to play that card? I'm like, forever, because I was poor. I didn't get all that, He's like, you remember these clothes that have the special thing and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, because those were like $50. I was lucky if I could afford a pair of socks.
And it didn't matter because those clothes only came in his size.
Yeah, pretty much true. Because if I wore them at my size at that age, I would have just looked like some sort of weird balloon creature. Anyway,
I'd found some cargo pants. They were like full grown pants with the pockets on the side.
Yeah.
And I put them on, but because I'm so fat that they thought that I must be like, I have an inseam of 17 inches, and they thought I was like a 36-inch inseam. So the pocket actually came below the ankle.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh.
So I had to put those back.
Well, we also celebrate Russian cosmonauts, walk on the wild side, and wear a star day. Wear a star day. That gives me pause. And actually, I just had like this huge
Fart?
No, the thing. Oh, and I'm doing it again. I swear we've had this conversation. Deja vu, like serious fucking deja vu.
I said fart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. All right. Hey. Well, today's affirmation is: I am inspired to discover new visions for my life. That is true. That's wonderful. All right. Hey, Patreon offers a way for folks to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like special podcasts, videos, books, and more. And we want to thank our current patrons: Clint, Nephi, Nick, DJ, Sausage from Zunavas, Timothy, Eric, Juan Carlos, Brother Sinatus, Phoenix David, Moose P. You all are awesome. And if you would like to become a patron of the show, just go over to patreon.com/MattBurlingame. All right. Well, I hear that we have some birthdays coming up. It's a rumor.
Well, is it yours? Is it post or pre your birthday?
Both. I need
presents
for both.
All right.
This is for your last birthday, and this is for your next birthday.
Got it. Okay.
So
his birthday is October 30th, people.
That's true. So get your orders in. Anyway, so today's birthday is
you are right in the middle. It's going to be 6 months at the end of this month. So.
That's true. So if you order from wherever my mom orders, it'll take that long for it to get here, and I'll tell you more about that later. Birthdays we got coming up include Candace, Brett, Garrett. Oh, that's right. It's that Garrett Myers. He used to do the Tiggercast podcast. Yay. We also have Jack, Michelle, Lisa, Parker, Scott, Tony, David. Oh, David. Shaking. I know I'm going to pronounce that wrong. I'm sorry. Also, we got Fred, our former Leatherman, out here. We got that Jake Wetmore. His birthday's coming up on April 17th. Oh, and Amanda. Wonder if that's Amanda Hugginkiss. And then we've got Jeff and Peter. That Peter G. But there's another birthday here that doesn't show up. Do you have any idea what it is?
It's
a big one.
It's a big one.
It's somebody that's a great friend of the show,
Uh,
a patron.
oh no.
Uh-huh.
Who?
Oh my God, it's Nephi.
Oh.
Yes, Nephi. His birthday is coming up next week.
Now, isn't he a monther as well?
A what?
A monther? You know, like Miss Bacon.
You know, I like to celebrate his birthday all month long. As far as I'm concerned, I would be all like, every day I'd be all on here with special podcasts, being all like, hey, guess what? Nephi's birthday month. But Nephi gets a little anxietous about his birthday because he doesn't like to be the center of attention.
See, I'm the same way.
Really?
I hate birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather go to a party and become the center of attention than have a party thrown for me where I'm forced to be the center of attention.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah. No, I guess when I was younger and very self-conscious of myself, my body, etc., I kind of felt the same way. I always thought, if I were thinner or something, I'd be more comfortable with it. But I'm very comfortable with it now. I am okay embracing my birthday, saying, you know what? Yes, it's my birthday. Look at me. If you want to celebrate me, I will not stop you. But the one thing that I do hate is the happy birthday song.
Oh, it's horrible.
Saying it to me, I swear I don't know what to do with myself. I feel like I'm going to come out of my skin and run to the nearest dark corner to get away from this.
Well, and they think that by using a different happy birthday song, it makes it better. Those are even worse.
Yeah.
Because they seem to be longer and more obnoxious, like the happy birthday, happy, I'm like, okay, you can stop this.
Jesus loves you every day of the year.
Oh,
that's the one I remember. That's
I don't remember
that birthday song. Yeah, from Juanita Duke of Baytown, Texas. Anyway, well, everybody out there who has a birthday coming up, happy birthday. We love you. Well, we're very fond of you anyway. All right. What have we got here coming up? So we've got a couple things in our feed bag, including pausing this. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back from a small unscheduled break. Deliveries in the rear. Okay, so we had some great feedback. One of it was from a call that our video viewers heard at the beginning of the video, which was from Mr. Tim Turnbow. Yay! And it was wonderful. And yes, 69 degrees can be warm.
Well, the thing was, it was 69 degrees in the house first thing in the morning. That's too hot.
Yeah.
I mean, understandably, I mean, we're going to have 91 on Sunday this week, so Matt's looking forward to that. Even during the summertime, my house is usually mid 60s first thing in the morning. So when it gets too warm, I don't like sleeping in a warm house.
No,
I just don't like anything over 70 degrees, and I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, we've learned to manage with like 73, 74, but in my room, it's always about 10 degrees or 20 degrees hotter. I actually have a new fan. I was telling you about this before the show, that it's a window fan, but it doesn't exactly fit my window, but it has a temperature thing on it, and I swear this summer, if I can't get it to work in the window decently, I will keep it right next to me, and I will keep it on its lowest setting. And I will have my big fan behind me, and I'll have this little one, this other one here, and I'll have like a little one in front of me. I will create my own vortex if I need to stay cool.
Well, I don't know why you have not just opened your door and had a big fan blowing into your room, because the rest of the house is ice cold. Your room warm. I mean, the bathroom's cold, your father's bedroom's cold, your mother's bedroom's
my
cold.
father's bedroom now.
The living room is so
the
cold.
Living room is gorgeous.
I mean, I remember walking in shivering, and then I get into your room and I could warm up.
Yeah. In fact, I'm wondering if there's something going on with the duct
I tell you, there is something dead inside one of your ducks.
The only thing dead inside those ducks is the career of Kevin's, nobody that we know. So, all right. Well, so thank you, Mr. Timmy, for calling in, and we appreciate that. And also, we got an email, and let's see, this is from a same name couple from Warwickshire, have recently released a new comedy podcast, which explores the cultural quirks of their respective homelands, the UK and Argentina. As the two larger males, not chubs, not fat, not big, they're just larger males. Anyway, but they're both looking back on their life experience to date, and their podcast title is Bareback. Oh, that's not salacious at all. Anyway, I took a listen to their first couple episodes. It's cute. They're fun. So if you if you're in the market for a new podcast from a couple of bearish types, and you want to listen to some English style accents, go over and check them out. Very fun. So thanks, guys. And welcome to the Podosphere. Next up, we've got Chub Hugs. We want to send some Chub Hugs out. One of them, we haven't recorded since before Easter, right?
Right.
Okay. And by the way, if anybody who doesn't watch our videos wants to come over and see what my Easter looked like and what Tom's Easter looks like right now, woo! All you have to do is come over to the video and look at where we are here now, because my picture is behind me of what my Easter was. I created some Easter magic. The fairies came, and then Tom just held up two great big bags. But that's not all. I also got, well, yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. So in front of me is a great big bunny with its head eaten off. I got a little hungry last night. Got a little pecky. Anyway, so I put out the call that, you know, for 5 years, I didn't get any big bunnies, and I wanted them so bad. So this year I ended up buying my own, and it was all cracked and stuff.
We all saw that.
Yes. So Mr. Moose sent us both a big box of beautiful bunnies, beautiful chocolate bunnies. And then our amazing, wonderful Ms. Bacon also sent us big bags of chocolate and fun. It was so cool. And then, as you know, Easter was over and everything was fine and everything, my mom had heard my cry of not having a big bunny in years and years, and so she ordered me a special lilac bunny from 1923. Well, the place was open since then, Lilac Chocolates, and it was a great big 2 pounds of, well, actually it feels like more than 2 pounds of chocolate. Yes, you hold up those eggs, girl. So I got a great big bunny from my mom, and she ordered it before Easter, and it just arrived now. But it's just as delicious as any of the others. And then our dear friend Clint, he couldn't find any big bunnies, so he ordered special chocolates from, it could have been actually the same chocolatier. They came in little bags, and they were solid as a rock. Look at all those beautiful eggs, those Cadbury eggs Tom's holding up. Oh,
That I can't stand.
really? Oh, well,
Yes.
you can toss those back over here.
Well, I was surprised they were in the bag. I thought you would have gone, oh, well, he's not going to want these. So,
Well, no, actually, I didn't. I would have traded you out some of the peanut butter eggs for those. Those are, I love the Cadbury eggs. Although
I know we've seen you
But
eat
they
them
taste
online.
I remember them tasting different when I was
Yeah.
younger. They changed the recipe or something.
No, it's just your body's like going, oh, you're just putting sugar gook into my face. Stop it.
Actually, it's usually my body that's like, oh, please put sugar gook into my face. And my brain's going, no, this is horrible for us.
It's
I'm
the
like,
other way
shut
around.
up, bitch, and take it. Anyway. So, no, we'll do that after. So anyway, so Miss Bacon wrote in and said I was going to mail this to Tom to make sure that he got some. Now,
Yeah, I would.
I don't know what that
Tell me a better idea.
I just don't understand why everybody thinks that I'm just gonna like eat everything and not share. It's really uncalled for. And and then she says, I mean to make sure that they're not enjoyed until Bunny Day. There was a couple left by then.
Yeah, Matt takes pictures to remind him of what once was.
Well, you know, if I was really smart, depending on timestamp dates, I could take pictures of it and then say, oh, look what came on Easter, and then just have it gone like a week before. Anyway, she said, but happy Easter and Lori Dean smooches and Jack's drool. And trust me, there was a lot of Jack's drool on Easter because we had a ham and he just fell apart. And that was from Miss Kathy Bacon. And then she signs it share. When do I not share?
Well, because people know you.
Okay, I could like seriously tell a story on myself right now.
Well, you know, the funny thing is that we used to always giggle when we would have the cast parties.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the cast party, because the cake, we always would get a Costco sheet cake that was like this big.
As
you know,
he said, it was about a football field long.
Yes.
Anyway.
And then it would get, a third of it would get eaten, maybe. Well, a third of it would be cut. And then the other 2/3, Matt would always go, well, I'll go and take it home because my mom really likes cake.
And she did.
I know, but it was just always the fat guy going to take 2/3 of a cake.
Right. I'll give it to my
wink,
mom.
wink. Yeah,
wink.
Mom wants cake.
Yeah, well, Mom got about a third of it. I think I probably got the other third.
Well, I noticed that when
it would end up throwing some out, and I always felt so guilty about it.
Well, I remember when, you know, you'd have, oh, look, there was something and it was left on the counter. And then after the podcast, oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
And there's no animals that get up there either.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I don't know if I want to tell that story.
Then don't.
It's so funny though. But anyway, I don't know. All right, maybe we'll save that for like later.
Yay!
We'll save it for like a couple months from now. But anyway, yes, thank you, Miss Bacon, and thank you, Mr. Parker Moose, and my mom, because we all made out like Easter bandits.
Well, I didn't from your mom, but thank you. You know,
well, I'm sure that if you came over here, you could have some bunny.
Oh, I'm not going to gnaw on the
like
same bunny that you've already taken the head off of.
Oh, trust me, I got that knife out and I had some awesome pepper.
Well, I remember the big one, the 2-foot one that you ate 2 weeks ago on camera.
Oh, actually, you know what? I couldn't finish. I couldn't. No, I did have some on camera, yeah, but
no, you had the whole head.
Like half of that to my mom.
And at the end of it, you had just the body that you were showing everyone. So it's on it's on video, girl.
Well, I felt sorry for it. It lost its head. Anyway, all right. Well, moving on from there. And of course, lots of chub hugs out to, oh gosh, there's so many people that have gone through some really crappy stuff and lost some pets and things like that. And we send you lots of love and chub hugs. Anyway, so moving on from there, Tom, I'm sure after being gone a week, has a lot to tell you about.
Okay, well, first of all, there's an ugly thing happening on TV again, and that is series have been on too long, and now they're having babies. Because American Housewife, all of a sudden, what? Katie shows up pregnant at the end of the season.
Oh no.
And then on The Good Doctor, that's the one with Norman Bates. He's now a doctor. Okay, with he's got autism. He got his girlfriend pregnant, so they're going to have a baby on that too. And I'm like, great. 2 more shows that I'm not going to watch anymore.
Yeah.
It's
No.
like, well, you know, the baby has become the jumping the shark.
Right. Absolutely. And especially for American Housewife, I don't want to see her with another fucking kid. I want to,
Especially,
you know what? When she ended up not working at that catering thing,
Yeah.
quitting it, at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done, because that would have been a great way to tell a lot of fucking weird stories.
right. It would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
So anyway, disappointed there. I'm watching. Okay. I know you don't watch Keenan.
No.
But there was this episode 2 weeks ago that was so hilarious. His 2 daughters were at a sleepover. So his 2 friends decided to go over in the middle of the night to get the 2 daughters, because he wanted the girls home and he was worried about them. And so here's these 2 black characters breaking into the basement window, going, and the girls are screaming, and one of the guys goes, "We're only here for 2 of you," and the other girls are screaming and running out of the room. And so the two daughters are sitting there going, "What are you guys doing? You know, what are you here for?" But it was hilarious. It was a hilarious scene. Yeah, for all that's worth. Irregulars on Netflix that I started a couple weeks ago, actually last week. It's the Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson, and his street urchins that are helping them solve crimes. Right? Really fun show. Have you watched this yet?
Which one?
Irregulars.
No, it is on my list, but I haven't watched it yet. No.
Yeah, you when you start watching it, you'll just run right through it.
Cool.
Because I know how you binge.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking.
And then and Mighty Ducks on Disney Plus is so much fun. It is just, it's so cute. Really enjoying it. It's only 3 episodes in right now. There's going to be, I think, 8 or 10. I don't know. Disney Plus is kind of weird that way. Because like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there's going to be 6 episodes. And the Loki series, which starts in June, there's going to be 6 episodes. But these are nearly an hour-long episodes. So this is like a 5-6 hour movie, basically. So, but very well done on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Been enjoying Clarice on CBS, which is kind of the TV version of Silence of the Lambs. This is post Buffalo Bill, and yeah, so I'm having fun. On RuPaul's Drag Race, we're down to the top 4, and I'm all in for Rosé.
Nice.
Yeah. Rosé's just the total package. She's funny. She can sing. She can dance. You know, it's everything you hope for in a drag star. Because you know, usually they're funny or they can sing, but they can't do all the things. So when you get a triple threat, there, it's always really exciting. Masked Singer this week. The uncovered singer ended up being Nick Cannon, you know, who's the host of the show, but he's been out because I think he got Me Too'd or something. But he's coming back to the show, and that's how he came back to the show, was as one of the contestants, which was kind of fun.
Yeah.
American Idol. We're at the we just finished the announcing the top 18 last night, and then tonight what we have is they're going to bring it down to the top 10, and then the this is America voting, and then the judges get to pick 2 wild cards basically. And as what I heard, Luke Bryant won't be on the show for a few weeks because he just got COVID. So they're bringing back Paula Abdul to cover for him.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I just worry. I'm sure Lionel's gotten his vaccine, so I'm not worried that he's going to get anything from Luke, because they were in the same room last night. So it's weird. We just finished the finale of The Secret of the Sulphur Springs, which is also on Disney, about the 2 kids that find like a time machine and it was very, very fun for me and the other 8-year-olds that watched it. Let's see. Prince Philip died.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, no, after watching some of The Crown, you kind of get a better feeling for who he was and what he, his sacrifices and stuff like that. So it was kind of nice being a little better educated on Prince Philip. But he died. So that was sad.
Well, there's been a lot of white men, who have been saying how fucked up it was that he was never named king consort. And it's like, that's not how it works. It's just not how it works. Them's not the rules. Just, get over it. He was not supposed to ever be king.
Right. Let's see. Then I did want to mention that starting in, I think it's July, will be Monsters at Work, which will be a new series based on Monsters Inc. This is, I don't know if the guys are gonna be, Billy Crystal and John Goodman are gonna be doing the voices, but what else? Why not? It's another paycheck. And Bless the Hearts was canceled, which was on Fox Sunday nights.
I don't think I knew that one.
It's not good.
Okay.
And then I did see Thunder Force, which is the new Melissa McCarthy, Octavia Spencer comedy superhero film on Netflix.
Yeah.
And the basic storyline is that they grew up together, and Octavia Spencer, as an adult, has become like a world-renowned scientist, and she's developed a way of giving regular people superhuman strength, or superhero powers. And there's been something happened in the 80s or 90s that caused psychopaths to get superpowers themselves. So now they're out there fighting the super bad guys. It's a comedy. It was entertaining. It was terrible at some points and awful at others, but hilarious at some point. So it's a Melissa McCarthy movie. So take it for what it is. And then the new show, The Moody's. It's on ABC with Dennis Leary. 2 years ago, they did a Christmas show called The Moody's, and it was them at Christmas, and all their kids moved back in on them. And this is a continuation of the show. So they kind of made it a regular series, which is good. I like seeing Dennis Leary. He's very funny.
Right.
And the rest of the cast is good. And then other than that, I just want to talk about two things that you're going to be talking about. So I'll wait until then.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. I want to, before I move on to my week, I want to go back and I want to send a huge chub hug out to Michael Pegg, who he was one of the people whose pup passed, and he's having a real hard time with it, and just want to send him a lot of love.
And our dear friend George,
yes,
who lost his pup of, she has to be like,
I think she was 16.
Well, let's see. It was she was born in 2005, and 2005 was 2005, or is it 6? I don't know. So, well, she was 16, probably 16 years old. So that was very sad.
Yeah, and she was such a sweet little girl.
Yeah, and she had a great wardrobe too.
I know, right? Best dressed.
You hadn't. I can send you pictures of. She had like probably 40, 50 dresses.
Yeah. All right. Well, jumping into my week starts out with Easter, and so we talked actually quite a lot about it. So we can just kind of skip over that. It was a very nice day, and thank you again to everybody who helped make it even more special this year. I got my mom an iPhone. So through Xfinity, they have some really good deals. I got her an 11. And so
wait, what do you have?
I have an XR.
Okay.
I think that's what that's called. To me, if if it works, it works. But it's nice to have fancy. Anyway, so I got her one, and we were trying to port the number over, and it wasn't working. We had it for like 4 days, and finally I spent like an hour and a half trying to get I use the online chat for Xfinity, and it is great. There was no waiting. It's to me a really good experience. Anyway, so got it working, ended up having to say fuck the old number and got her a new one. And so now she is back there playing with her phone, inputting her contacts, and learning how to do text messaging where it's not like something from the 80s, you know.
You mean where it will show up on an iPhone?
Yeah, pretty much, because she has a track phone smartphone, and let me tell you, that Android track phone smartphone thing, I don't know how they can call it a smartphone. She would ask me a question and be like, I have no idea. This is like asking me how to code something from the 90s. I don't have a fucking clue. So anyway, but now that she has a phone that I might be able to actually help her with when she has questions. And the main thing that she wanted, though, she wanted the really good camera. So so got that done. My dear daddy, well, he went over to his I don't know, girlfriend, not girlfriend, whatever, it's on Easter, and split his knee open. A couple days before that, he and his girlfriend were in the store, and his blood sugar just plummeted. And so he has some like really bad kidney disease shit going on now. And we're still trying to kind of figure out the extent of it. But so he like sat on his thing in the store, and he didn't know where he was. The ambulance had to be called or whatever, and his girlfriend, not girlfriend, whatever, called screaming at us. I don't want anything to do with him anymore. He's crazy. He's, oh my God, and he falls all the time. And then she goes and picks him up from the hospital, and they spend Easter together. So yeah, and then he falls again. So we have him home now. He's recovering. He's doing fine. Yeah, we're trying to bribe him that if he wants us to get him something really nice for Daddy's Day, he's got to clean his room. Sorry, it's like dealing with a teenager. So anyway, but so he's back. So there's a place in Sacramento called the Bear Dive Bar, and they opened last year. They've been kind of trying to sustain themselves, and so the last 2 weekends, our dear friend Clint has wanted to go there. So he and our friend Charlie and I have gone over there twice, and I have to say that it's a pretty neat little place, and it's kind of fun. I will be glad when I feel more comfortable not, using hand sanitizer on my hands and everything. And the waiters, they wear masks and stuff like that, and they kind of hand you your food, like kind of, trying to social distance and put your food on the table at the same time.
So what's the food?
Food is your standard burger joint, and I've had chicken strips twice. Haven't been super impressed, but I think that they're just kind of in one of those lulls where they're probably like between chefs or something.
Chefs.
Yeah, I said chef.
You mean the guy who's working the fire?
Basically, yeah, exactly. The food's okay. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but the food's okay. But the bar service and the waiters and stuff, pretty nice. So yeah, anyway, so definitely if you're in Sacramento, go check them out and support them. It's really cool. And we need a place that is a beverage place but like has food. We haven't had that since the hamburger place, Hamburger Mary's / Patty's shut down here.
Yeah, we need that. We need a burger place where we can get food and drink.
And look at hot guys. Yeah.
You can do that at any sports bar.
I'm not saying anything. All right, so moving into kind of what I've watched and what's been going on here. I watched Godzilla versus Kong.
So did I.
Yay! And I will say this is the first movie where I actually liked King Kong. I know other people are like, oh, King Kong's so yeah, I want to touch him all over. Whatever.
Well, did you ever see Skull Island?
I have never liked the Kong ones, no.
Okay.
So,
but
anyway,
you like the Godzilla movies. You're a dork.
I do like the Godzilla movies because it kind of shut my brain off knowing that there's not going to be any decent plot, and just whenever he shows up, like Godzilla, yay, and that's it. But I thought they did a really good job with this. If you shut your brain off, because I don't know if I want to do. Should we do spoilers? All right, spoiler alert. Give you a second to move forward. All right. As soon as they started in with the holes to the center of the earth, I was like, and no. Okay, no plot here. Let's just watch it for the action and the special effects. And of course, oh gosh, what's his name now?
Mega Godzilla?
Whatever. I mean, it was fun. Again, I turned my brain off. I watched it for the action. I didn't care. No. What's his name?
Skarsgård.
Yes, Alexander Skarsgård, and with a beard. He was so beautiful. And just really was. I loved that. But it was a fun movie. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because Brian was totally hating on it, and I'm like, it's the same plot as any of the Japanese versions. I mean, the Mega Godzilla bullshit. They added the King Kong because King Kong really wasn't part of the genre,
right?
But yeah, I mean, it's what the thing I always liked was the property value, how it's reduced to rubble during these fights. And poor Hong Kong, oh my God, can you imagine? And how people were like sitting in a restaurant, and the giant foot goes by outside the restaurant. It's like, oh, really? You're going to finish your meal? You waited that long? You're going to get that food? Oh my God, there's a huge monster outside that's going to crash this building down on us.
Well, I think after that amount of time, they're just kind of like, we die, we die. I mean, otherwise, why the hell would you live in a big city at that point? Because that's where they fight all the time, is the big cities. Like, go live in the country, because
well, you know, in the last Godzilla movie, Godzilla King of the Monsters, that a lot of that took place in an area where there were no people.
Oh, did it? I think I saw that one, didn't I? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so turn off your brain and just have fun, and it's all fine. So I watched all the Batmans. I watched the first set, which I think I talked about, and then.
Oh, you mean the one with Adam West?
No, because everybody keeps bringing up, did you watch the first Adam West?
Okay,
yeah, back when I was like 5.
So you watched the second Batman. Okay.
Well,
just want to clear that up.
I said sets. There was no set to the first one.
Well, yeah, you could watch the movie and all the episodes.
Although I did buy all the set for a friend of ours for one of his birthdays, because he was really into Batman, Robin, and stuff. So, but yes, if you want to know technically, I've seen all that stuff when I was a kid. But no, I watched the first 4, and I thought that they all kind of bit. Yeah. Then I watched the second 3 with Christian Bale. I was not looking forward to these because I remember just kind of falling asleep during the Bane one. But I actually kind of liked them this time. And it wasn't for anything major because there was nothing super different than anything else. But I liked the cast. I thought the acting was really good. Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the third one was really good. Yeah, so whatever. But I'm glad they're done. So when I actually have to say, I think Ben Affleck was probably one of the best Batmans. Yeah. Then you know the others aren't that great. RT Cruiser challenged me to watch Towering Inferno. So I watched that, and wow, just wow. I mean, I had fun watching it, but there were parts where it was the long, like, shit where nothing was happening and nobody was saying anything and they were just playing the music that I was like, 10 seconds forward, 10 seconds forward, 10 seconds forward. Oh, look, somebody's talking.
That was nominated for Best Picture, by the way.
Oh, I'm not surprised, especially for its time. That was really pretty something and scary to boot.
No, it was terrible.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It wasn't nominated for Best Picture.
By ours, it wasn't?
It was.
Oh, yeah. That's
why? Why? Come on. Was there nothing else that year?
Well, you know, yeah, frankly. But honestly, for its time, that was kind of innovative and scary and everything.
Well, yeah, but the Oscars never really go for innovation. They go for, family drama and, steep, angry movies about, priests molesting people and stuff like that. That's what they go for.
Yeah. I get you. But I thought I still thought it was kind of fun. And it actually, there were parts that I was like kind of tensed up and like my butt cheeks were clenched too. Like when they were trying to lower that one guy when they're in the thing and the helicopter was lowering it down and they're like holding on to him with one hand. I'm like, just get down to the ground already. What's the matter with you people? Anyway, but so I did a double feature with that, and I watched Skyscraper with The Rock, and how they threw in the whole how he only had one leg and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty cool. Throw that in there. Awful movie, but it was The Rock, so that was redeeming. Rest of it though, awful movie. Let's see. And then of course with the newer ones, they have to have something more. Like in the Tower Inferno, it was just like, oh, the building's on fire for 3 hours. But in the new one, not only is the building on fire, but now there's armed assassins ready to kill everybody. It's like, really? Come on. Anyway, I also watched I did watch some Chopped, but whatever. I watched some Top Chef season 17. Yeah, right. So Top Chef season 17, very fun. Then I watched Generation, an American dramedy TV series premiered on HBO, 8 episodes. It's basically a high school gay and lesbian or LGBTQ club and the things that ensues. It was really good. It was much better than I thought it was going to be. It was like I actually binged it all in one night because it was so good. Have you even heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I just haven't watched it.
I think you might like it. I think it's one of those things where you'd either really like it or you'd get about halfway through and go, I just can't deal with these people. Anyway, and then finally I watched last night, I finished binge watching Them, which is an anthology series, explores terror in America. And the first one is 1950s, centers around a Black family who moves from North Carolina to all-white Los Angeles neighborhood. Their idyllic home becomes ground zero for malevolent forces. Next door, otherworldly, threaten to taunt, ravage, Sacramento, just to destroy them, blah, 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 10 episodes. This was a fucking hard show to watch.
So it's an anthology, so there's different storylines?
Yeah, so this is like one season. And then the next season is going to take on like a whole different, it's going to be probably like American Horror Story, or like next season is going to be something completely fucking different.
Okay.
But this, not only did you have like the like hardcore racism shit like so in your face, there was nothing subtle about it either.
I saw the first episode.
Okay. So, well, I know, but somebody else may not have.
Well, no, I know, but that's what we're talking about here, girl.
So
that's called the conversation.
Right. So they had the racism part of it. And then they had like the whole creepy
So does it get paranormal?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, because the first episode's not at all.
But the thing is that they're right, but it's getting there. I mean, it is getting there, and it gets kind of really creepy, fucking scary.
Well,
but,
is it better than that terrible movie? What was that? Was that called They? Remember the one with Jordan Peele's second movie, where they were in Santa Cruz and all of their doppelgangers showed up? And
no, I don't ever watch that. I don't think. Doesn't sound familiar. But with this, not only do you have half of the thing, they're like taking on all the racism, which is just like fucking crazy in your face bullshit, awful. And then they're also dealing with like being torn apart by this paranormal shit going on. It was just, you didn't know which way you were gonna turn next. So I think it's an amazing. What?
Other than do Hands Across America at the end?
No. Oh no. No.
Okay.
Trust me, by the end of it, you're just like, oh God, I need to take a nap. I don't even know where to go with this.
No, you need to take a nap after everything.
Okay, so I guess I'm done then.
Oh my. Okay.
No, you're not gonna let me get out of another word, so just, whatever.
Well, you are going a little long-winded here.
Well, I know, but we've been gone for 2 weeks, and whose fault is that?
It's on Prime. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I went there. No, the only other thing I'm gonna say is that Melly heard the little girl. She's fucking rocks. I mean, she, like, when she gives you a look, it was like, she is not gonna take your fucking shit. So, and I think that, remember Ryan, what's his name from True Blood?
Yeah.
The Aussie guy. He's in this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the girl from Milk, who was the lesbian, who was his manager when he was running for office.
No, I didn't watch Milk.
You never saw Milk?
Nope. It's on my list.
The Harvey Milk movie.
I know what it is.
What? That movie came out 10 years ago. How's it still on your fucking list?
Well, it's on my list. It's one that's gonna be fucking gut wrenching to watch, and I just haven't watched.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, but you got time for the goddamn Batman movies? Jesus Christ! Okay, Fat Marker. Why don't you tell us about Fat Marker?
We're having a moment here, I think.
Yeah, just a moment.
All right, so Fat Marker wants to remind Tom to be loud, be proud, be too much, and
I'm loud.
Be nice.
Oh, okay, that's not in there. Okay.
Oh. To be you. Fat Marker Clothing wants those of us who have been told that we're too much of something to turn those negatives into positives. And Chubs Gone Wild listeners, you can do that by going to FM Wild Chub over. I'll get there. Fatmarkerclothing.com and use the code FMWildChub for 20% off everything. And I used it for my new shirt, which says I'd chase me too, and I love it. I love my new shirt. Oh, and also there are 10 new original and unique designs by Spencer Myers, exclusively done for Fat Marker. And they're really, really cool. So go check them out. I especially like the cocky ones.
Okay.
Yeah. No. All right. Well, what? Shall we continue?
I'm waiting for you.
Mm-hmm. All right. See if this window opens. All right, here we go. Don't worry, it's short. My mother-in-law never liked me, much like Tom doesn't like me. Her main beef was that my husband and I never wanted children. She didn't harp on it, but eventually I learned just how much she held it against me. Didn't we do this one?
No.
Okay. I tried not to let her disapproval bother me, but now that she's passed, I realized how much it did. My husband, like me, is a very conflict averse and never made it clear to her that he also did not want children. But I was the one she blamed. Also, I'm wrong to think belatedly that he should, am I wrong to think that belatedly that he should have defended our joint decision rather than allow his mother to blame me alone? I realize I need to get over this. And I do believe that it was my responsibility to say something back when it might have made a difference. What's your opinion?
She's dead. Who cares?
She's dead. Exactly. Whatever. Get over it.
Jesus. I mean, seriously.
All right. Well, so here's what Dear Prudie had to say, and it was a lot.
Oh my God.
I realize I need to get over this. Can be such a stultifying. What the fuck is stultifying? I have to look that up.
Quietly affecting.
Okay. There you go. Way to approach a feeling, especially when one's awareness of that feeling is brand new. Yes, you don't want to spend the rest of your life obsessing over a relationship you can't possibly change, but there's no indication that you're not in any sort of danger on that front. So it's premature to start thinking that getting over a feeling that you're only just beginning to identify and categorize. Right. So your husband certainly should have defended your joint decision to his mother. It was wrong of him to choose silence. To let her blame you for not having children, acknowledging a painful reality of saying something like, I wish you had stood up for me. I also wish I had stood up for myself, but I really needed your support in front of your mother and you didn't offer it. Doesn't mean you have to repudiate your marriage or ask your husband to grovel in abject apology for the rest of his life. But if your goal is to eventually work through this together and heal to the greatest possible extent, you must start honestly assessing the full scale of this damage. Don't seek your minimum. Don't seek to minimize your pain just because you fear it's too late to do anything about it now. It's very rarely too late for a meaningful apology. The point of such a conversation now is to convince your husband that he did an awful job of sticking up for you during his mother's life. And it's never too late to do anything meaningful, and that it's too late to do anything meaningful about it now. Blah, 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 blah. It's to talk honestly and lovingly about what caused your pain. The dynamics, and to cultivate a shared sense of pride and a vow in your decision not to have crotch furs. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so basically ask your husband for an apology from something that you never cared about until his mother was dead. Hey, Chubs, hot dogs, mayo or no mayo?
Nothing.
Nothing on your hot dog at all?
No.
Okay. I like mayo. Hey, Chubs, hamburgers, mustard or no mustard?
No mustard.
Interesting.
But
All
mayo.
right.
Mayo.
Okay. Well, what's in your lunchbox? Baron Frosty wrote in and said, got Rudy's for lunch today. Rudy's is a lakeside old-fashioned fish fry place that usually has a line out the door, but today is Easter, so no line. I always get a cheeseburger hot, which is a burger which you might call hot beanless chili on top. I also got onion chips with tartar sauce on the side for dipping. Yum.
Yum.
P.S. Locally, we call that topping Texas hot sauce, but I know it's not called that anywhere else except upstate New York. Here, restaurants put that on everything, all kinds of sandwiches, hot dogs, French fries, etc. It's on every local restaurant menu. It's also one of those things that everybody has a homemade recipe for and will bring to potlucks and barbecues and put on burgers and hot dogs. Rudy's is particularly famous for theirs and even sells packets of it in their spice mix to add to burgers at home. Well, that sounds cool. It's a beautiful burger too. All right. Well, Mr. Moose wrote in and said a lot. He said, isn't it strange that every restaurant spaghetti tastes different? Stopped into a little restaurant run by a Greek family and had spaghetti. Was good, lots of basil and oregano in a somewhat sweet sauce. Would get it again. A grilled mahi-mahi with a little garlic and butter for moisture. Topped it with caper, dill sauce. Side is sauteed zucchini with a hint of onion. This didn't fill me up, so I cooked a small pot of yellow rice and chicken stock. Didn't take a picture of the rice. Hell, it looked like rice. Boring, right?
See, I've never thought about using capers in my tartar sauce. What a great idea.
I don't like capers. We have a mutual friend who likes to cook with capers a lot. I don't like capers. I just don't. By the way, everybody should be over at facebook.com/ChubsGoneWild following along with these pictures because they are amazing, including the smoked pulled pork sandwich or pulled chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
I just put a little slaw on the sandwich, side of fries. Also, a really excellent bowl of mac and cheese. I have yet to have a local excellent bowl of mac and cheese.
Yeah, I don't think they exist.
This is a delivery order: Caesar salad and a catfish sandwich. Wow, I haven't heard of this before. This sandwich.
You looked like a quesadilla to me.
Yeah. This sandwich was flatbread, red onion, lettuce, tomato, garlic, aioli, and with tortilla crusted fish. Huh. And then finally, delivery food tonight, steamed shrimp dumplings from P.F. Chang's. Very tasty. I don't really like steamed dumplings. I don't like them because the dumpling part is too gelatinous. I don't do gelatinous. Not my thing.
Boy, you don't do a lot, do you?
Well, when I do, I get, cut off. So
yeah.
Anyway, if you want to send us what's in your lunchbox, just send it to Chubs. What is our email address? chubsgonewild@gmail.com. And thank you, Baron and Moose, very, very much for getting those in. All right. From our sponsor, currently, LGBTQ people of color in America have a disproportionately high rate of HIV infections. Golden Rule Services of Sacramento, along with the HIV Planning Council, want you to know that there's an important tool in preventing you from contracting HIV. Pre-exposure prophylaxis, aka PrEP, is a medication proven to be 99% effective in preventing HIV infection. To learn more about PrEP, call your local sexual health clinic. If you're in Sacramento County, California, contact Golden Rule Services at sacgrs.org and get more on protecting your sexual health. All right, current topics. Virginia banned the gay lesbian panic defense. Joe Biden releases historic Transgender Day of Visibility proclamation. 911 Lone Star actor Ronan Rubinstein comes out. And Rosie sold her mansion for $1 million loss, and it will be torn down and replaced with affordable housing. And that's what we got for you this episode. Thanks for tuning in. Send us an email at chubsgonewild@gmail.com. Leave us a comment on chubsgonewild.com. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/chubsgonewild. Please become a patron of the show over at patreon.com/MattBurlingame. And find Tom's TV and movie reviews over at swannerandjudd.com for the podcast, in iTunes or on iHeartRadio. And find out more about my books at justguesstheguy.com and check out my other podcast, BigGaySexShow.com. And give us a call at
408-69 Chubs.
All right. And with that, thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.